pardon me, young man. I'm so sorry. I didn't mean to startle you. I just noticed you looked a touch spooked before I spooked you. Is everything all right? Lost? Oh, that simply won't do. Now, I know these woods quite well. Now, I assume you're on a camping trip. A school trip? Overnight? Ah, so you must be from the conservation campsite just down the way. Okay. Yes, I know how to get there. Come along. So, what are you doing this far from the cabins at this hour? You have a point. I don't sleep well, and nighttime walks in the woods remind me of when I first met my wife. And you don't have to be shy, dearest. I know you're staring. Your eyes keep glancing down at my feet. I suppose it must be odd to see a barefoot man walking through the forest at night, with a flower crown. Yes, I suppose odd would be an understatement for our predicament. But what I've said is true. I enjoy nighttime walks, and I happen to dislike shoes. As for the flower crown, my son made it for me earlier today, and, well, you know how parents can be when their children give them something. You don't? Bad home life? Me too. Why do you think I ran all the way out here? Trip didn't work out as planned, huh? That's too bad, I'm sorry. We're almost to the camp borders, but we'll have to head this way if we want to get over to the boys' side. What's wrong, dearest? What do you mean you're not on the boys' side? You are a boy, aren't you? You certainly smell like one. What do you mean, what's that supposed to mean? I simply said that you smell like a boy and look like a boy, so you must be a boy. What do you mean by saying that you're not on the boys' side of the camp? You're not a boy. Oh my senses appear to be wrong. I'm sorry, dear. You're not a boy, but you want to be. I think I understand, dearest. Here, let us sit upon this log. I too was once in your predicament. My parents, a rather old-fashioned couple, arranged my marriage to a man whom I couldn't care less for. He was, pardon my language, quite the bastard. Typical man at the time. I didn't even know it was a wedding until the maids pulled out the dress. I became so angry, chopped off all my hair in a rage with a pair of shears. Then I ran away and not but my undergarments. Quite a sight, I must admit. I had been hiding my emotions towards myself and my life for many years, telling myself that I just needed to settle down and be a good mother. But I suppose Creator Chaos had other ideas, and they, as is said, cracked my egg in that instance. Yes, dearest, I am transgender. Although back then we had no such word for it. I just knew that something wasn't right with me. I ran off into these very woods where I eventually met my now wife. I promise you, dearest, things will get better. It will take time, but Amsa's clocks will continue to tick, and that time will pass. Now, I assume you took this school trip to get away from rather unsupportive parents, only to find out that the cabins were divided by birth sex. A rather unfortunate way to divide individuals, as though homosexuals do not exist and as though people will not sneak out. My wife is indigenous, so we have no such ideals and labels in our home. Took me some time to unlearn. Yes, dearest? Ah, Yes, my son. He is mine. I gave birth to him. I love him more than most could ever know. He's 168 now, last I counted. Oh, yes, I forget you're human. Yes, we are immortal. So when I say that my parents were old-fashioned, I mean it. You look frightened. I understand. I was frightened too when I first learned of the world that was here before us. But that story is far too long for this night. Now, if I may ask some questions, have you told anyone about your feelings? On Discord? Oh, yes, I believe my son uses that site. A chat room, is it? Pardon me, sometimes my mind slips back to the 19th century. Well, I'm glad you have some people to talk to, even if they're long distance. Now, are you content with your hair? I know that's something I struggled with for most of my mortal life. Of course you can ask another question of me, dearest. I'm not quite sure how to answer that. I've already revealed my immortality to you. We're not typically supposed to do that, although I can get away with it. And, to be frank, I still don't know what I am. Perhaps I am many things. A father, a husband, a king, a human, a creature of the night, a carnivore, an artisan. Or perhaps I am nothing. Does it really matter? Perhaps, since life is no longer so fleeting for me. If I were still mortal, I would have said no. Yes, I'm a king, technically. My wife is the queen of the Wendigos. Shh, we're not supposed to say that word around here. Could draw them in. You're safe with me, but be careful, okay? Yes, yeah, I'm their king. Well, my title is technically king consort, but it's practically the same thing. I'm about half a step below my wife, and it was hard to earn their respect even after we had wed. Oh, we're whispering again, okay. Yes, we do sometimes eat humans, but I do not because I was born human. Also, raw meat doesn't hurt us. Them. I'm technically still human. Just a we don't have to whisper. You're safe with me. I'm their king. I must say, you're taking this very, very well. Most humans would run away screaming or pull a knife or gun. Tell me, do you like mythology? Native studies? Well, I suppose that makes sense. We mostly get people who want to learn about indigenous ways around here. It is a conservation camp, and these lands are technically on a native reservation. Well, on the edge of it anyway. We have worked hard to keep this land, to keep our secrets and our safety. This is precious land, child. When I first learned of the perils within the world of magic, I almost wanted to retreat back to my human life. But I was also so curious. So I stayed. I stayed and I learned and I helped where I could. Perhaps you could help, too. I see you are not happy with your life. I can smell it on you. If you so desire, I can help you find that happiness. Or perhaps just put you in touch with people that can help. It's okay to feel hopeless sometimes. Here, let's continue back to the camp. I will take you to the girls' side as much as I don't want to. I'm sure your teachers will be worried about you by now. So, I must ask, have you decided on a name? It took me months to figure out my name. Everyone was calling me human, little boy, or a number of native words I would rather not divulge. Now that is a lovely name for a growing young man. We're almost there, dearest, and think on my offer, will you? If you ever want to speak again, just come back to these woods and ask for King Isaac. They will find you. And hold your breath if they huff in your face. Wendigos are not known for having the best sense. Now, here we are. The cabins are just over that way. Oh, no need to call me Majesty, dearest. You're not of my wife's people. But you're welcome. Now, off you go. And remember, the world exists for you to live in it. She could never resent you for that. May Creator Chaos guide you and care for you as they did I. Good night, dearest.